And I look over and I see Wade's bike, and it's on the ground,
Oh.
on the middle of the road. Hey, yo. So I called Wade, and I was like, are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm home or whatever. I was like, I just saw your bike on the road. It's all destroyed, and someone's probably
And
dead.
there was no Wade.
There was no person.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot Tub Talks. We've got an amazing show today about our own Oscars. The Oscars are coming up in 2 weeks or so when this airs. And so we want to talk about the Oscars of movies we've seen or we haven't seen. We also have to go over how awful our Super Bowl predictions were.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing. It's going to be great. I'm Chip.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Wade.
And let's do this. So first we're going into the Oscars. All right, going into the Oscars here, we're just going to kind of talk about things that stood out to us in movies in 2024 with each of these. So first we got actor in a leading role. Is there any actors in leading roles that stood out to you in any movies? Because personally, I have not seen that many movies this year at all.
At least according to my letterbox, I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
As far as actor in a leading role, a lot of the current nominees are all in movies that I either haven't seen or just didn't care about, or I saw and I was like, yeah, you were really good at that, and then we're chilling. Definitely, like, I think, I hate to say it because it sounds really basic, but Hugh Jackman in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
That movie came out last year? That's right. I did see that one.
That's right. He was good. He was good.
He did very good in that. Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds did very good. Honestly, almost everyone associated with that. But no, superhero movie bad.
Yeah, that can't win an Oscar.
Gasp.
But it wins the Wade Oscar.
I will say, and I think an underrated performance, and I'm going to bring up this movie a lot, is Ryan Gosling in The Fall Guy.
I've seen bits of that. Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I had a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to put out Glenn Powell
Oh,
As a person.
in Twister.
because he was in like 6 movies last year.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, in Twister
Twisters.
specifically.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
the leading role in my life.
He was
My
pretty
favorite-
pretty
my
attractive,
favorite
right?
actor. Yeah, my favorite actor in that movie is Glenn Powell's wet shirt.
Yeah.
Really working hard there.
He did pretty good at his job.
Yeah. I don't know if any actors or actors stand out to me this year,
It's kind of more of a quiet year.
especially in acting. I feel like
Yeah.
they're oh, you know what this one is actually
I think
on here.
There's more memorable actresses than actors for me this year.
I agree, but this one stands out to me a lot. I loved, and this is actually in the Oscars, Sebastian Stan's The Apprentice. Sebastian
he did.
Stan
Yeah,
as
he did.
Donald Trump was fantastic. And like, say what you will, politics, blah, blah, blah. His take was not just like an SNL skit.
It's not Shane Gillis.
Exactly. He wasn't just like making fun of the character or doing the whole shtick or whatever. No, like he had a really good take that if you watch footage of Donald Trump and the times that those were taking place,
Yeah.
he really emulates that in a way that also kind of makes it his own. It's not like he's just like an impersonator. He puts feeling into it, and he also changes throughout the course of the film.
Yeah.
He just did an amazing job to the point where it's one of those things where like I've seen him in other things. He is the Winter Soldier, but I didn't know he could stretch this much. Like Oscar Isaac. I'm always surprised by Oscar Isaac.
Have you seen? Did you ever see Logan Lucky?
No.
Oh, maybe we need to watch that. It's like a heist movie where a bunch of like rednecks go and rob a NASCAR race. Yeah, good movie, but Sebastian Stan is in it. More briefly, he's like more of a minor character, but he was really good in it. He had some very memorable parts.
Yeah.
So that's what I always think of him as, but yeah, actors not so much. Actresses though, I kind of want to go a little bit more.
Yeah, let's jump into actresses.
Actresses, let's see, because Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, which I made him watch Wicked.
It was so good.
This is the man who was like, I hate The Wizard of Oz. I refuse to watch it.
I do hate The Wizard of Oz. I think it's a dumb story. I appreciate the film for its like technicolor or its like in colorness. You know, it's historical significance in film. Bad story. Freaking they walk all this way to learn about how, like, to get courage and to get the thing because the wizard's going to give it to him. And then he's a fraud. And you know what they do? They don't go, wow, this guy's a fraud. He goes, I'm a fraud. Here's what you've wanted. And they go, sweet, because this fraud of a wizard gave it to me, it must be real. They don't learn the lesson. You know what I mean? Like, the lesson is clear. They learned it within themselves along the way. Yeah, they don't get that. They still think it's the stupid wizard. I think it's a dumb movie. But Wicked was fantastic.
Yeah. I guess we got to preface this with he knew nothing about Wicked. He's never seen the play. And he also does not know what happens in part 2, and we're going to keep it that way.
And I don't know how to read, so I've never seen the book. But it was fantastic. Have you seen Wicked?
No.
Dude. Well, we'll watch it again.
Do we need to make him watch Wicked?
You got to go find a theater that's playing in.
Bro, we could just watch it in your living room again. And
I know. I need to upgrade the speakers, though.
Do you know the story of Wicked? Have you seen
No.
the play?
Have you seen any of
No.
it?
I don't read. I don't watch musicals.
Garrett, I think you will be surprised.
I actually like musicals.
Like, genuinely, I think you will like it.
Wicked.
I thought
No,
I would hate it.
I don't have it. I think
I
I'll
think
like
it's
it. I just haven't seen it.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah, so that was a good one.
Like Demi Moore in The Substance, she was very good. That movie's whack, but I don't have any good nuanced opinions on it. So moving on. Actress in a supporting role I think is also interesting because Ariana Grande also got nominated for Wicked, and I think she did very good as well. Even though we were like talking about how weird her eyebrows were the whole time.
Oh yeah, that was on the hair and makeup department though. Like look at me. I'm blonde. Would you say I'm blonde?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Not at all.
That's weird because I was a blonde boy, so like I feel blonde. But I've changed. My body has changed.
My body's changing, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel like I'm a blonde boy. I've never had like blonde eyebrows, right? Like people who actually have blonde hair don't have the like super blonde eyebrows. That's just
similar to redheads. Most of the time they have just brown.
Exactly. But there is one scene where her eyebrows are normal. She looks fine.
Yeah, it's like later in the movie, it's like they changed the color of them, and maybe they didn't, and it was just the lighting, but looked a lot better.
I thought about this a lot, but like humans are a freaking weird animal because like we look at the weird naked animals with no fur and we're like, ha, weird and naked, and we're like, the same. Plus like, facial hair and on our heads, like just weird looking things. But it is weird how weird someone looks. Just you shave one eyebrow or two eyebrows. It's just so weird, and it's not that big of a difference.
Weird.
The
only guy I can think of is that dude Perfect guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he looks pretty bad.
He like lost the bet and he had to shave his eyebrows.
Horrible.
It was bad.
What would you do to shave your eyebrows? Like what would it take to shave your eyebrows?
A lot more than it took him.
They take a lot. They like take the longest to grow out of any of.
Yeah, I still think they're not fully grown for that guy, and that was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, because like I don't ever want to shave it too much because I'm always afraid I'm going to go bald. It just won't go back.
I would wax my armpits before I shaved.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You wouldn't?
Oh no, okay. I would.
Because like you wax your armpits, it hurts for like a little bit, and then you're fine. It's just whatever. But like your eyebrows, they're gone, and you look weird.
I just thought about waxing your eyebrows. That'd be pretty painful.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Anyways, actresses in supporting roles. She really did do good. I was surprised by Ariana Grande too.
Honestly, I think the whole cast nailed it. I'm still a little and he didn't even do bad. I'm still confused how Jeff Goldblum snuck his way in. Like I don't know how he snuck his way into that movie. And it's not like he even did a bad job. It's just I almost feel like he feels out of place from the rest of the cast.
Oh, you dirty dog.
Sorry.
But
he does seem more like classic. He does seem more like classical actor in something that a lot of newer people are in.
Yeah.
It was like watching George. It was like watching George Clooney in Tomorrowland. It had like the same vibes, but in a better movie. Yeah.
Animated feature film. I actually want to talk about this quite a bit.
These are the ones I've seen. I have
not yet seen The Wild Robot. I do want to.
Ooh, it is good.
Inside Out 2 was very good. I was actually really surprised at how much I enjoyed that. Big one that kind of got snubbed. Transformers 1.
Yeah.
That was so dang good.
I haven't seen it.
I know.
But like,
Maybe we can watch that. But that movie is so dang good.
yeah. I mean,
It should have at least been nominated.
I don't see Wish on there. Why isn't that on there?
That was last year.
That was last
Oh, really?
That was 2023.
Rip. I didn't watch it then either.
Dude,
Also,
it was so, like,
where's Despicable Me 4? Like, come on.
that does not deserve an Oscar. Come on.
Hey, all the other Despicable Me movies got nominated.
Really?
At least one or two of them did. I
All
can't
right.
remember.
That's not all of them, you liar.
The first one deserves it. The first one
The
deserves
second one's
it.
the best one.
Yeah, but like,
I actually
first one
haven't
is like
seen
the
the
What's
new
the one with the mob boss guy?
that's 2.
The El Macho?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
2. Another one, and I don't know, I can't remember if you guys saw it, but some of my other friends did. Kung Fu Panda 4.
Actually, I did watch that.
I'm
did
so
not
mad
see
at
this
that
one.
movie. I love Kung Fu Panda 1
Yeah.
and 2. I don't like 3 as
I
much,
liked
but
it.
4,
I liked it.
it's bad.
No, I brought back all my favorite villains.
Well, yeah, for like
That was cool.
voiceless cameos because they didn't want to pay the voice actors.
Well, that doesn't matter. They're there.
I gotta see him.
They bring back
I saw them.
they bring back the cool villains to just get like murked by the really bad villain.
Who's the villain of all villains?
What?
Oh.
That villain is above all of them.
No, the Chameleon, worst villain in the franchise.
That might be so, but she's the most powerful.
Yeah,
Cannot deny that. It's canon.
It is. It is straight facts.
stupid this movie. Absolute disgrace, garbage to the franchise. Anyways,
Well, it's not on the Oscars list, so you got lucky
yeah.
there. I think The Wild
goodness.
Robot is really good. It's really sweet. I think that would deserve the Oscar over Inside Out 2, even though Inside Out 2 was really good, like really good. I think there is something to say about like a completely new movie that does things a little bit differently, you know.
Did Puss in Boots get nominated? Whenever that
Yes.
came
Did it
out?
win? It
I
didn't
don't
win
think it
though.
won,
That
What
was
did it lose?
good.
What did it lose to? Hang on.
Yeah, hold on, look this up.
Because Puss in Boots 2 is perfect.
It's
That is
good
a
movie.
perfect movie.
It is really
Very
good.
movie. Oh, Pinocchio.
Oh, it was
That
Pinocchio.
stop motion Pinocchio one.
Not as good, but I get it. It's more of the film.
Yeah.
Why did they put 2 Pinocchios out in the same year?
And I saw it, and it was great.
I
Like
don't know.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Turning Red wasn't that good.
Turning Red was fine.
Yeah,
Pixar
if
basically,
it's
like-
fine, it shouldn't be on there.
That's
Pixar
fair.
basically like gets a Oscar spot reserved for themselves every year,
Yeah.
unless it's Cars 2.
Which should have won the Best Picture. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, so
But yeah,
That
as for
makes
this
sense.
year, I still also haven't seen the new Wallace and Gromit. I really want to.
Yeah, I do too.
I've never
I
been a
love-
Wallace and Gromit boy.
I
Like,
love
Wallace
Wallace and Gromit.
That's my childhood right there.
It's kinda similar. I respect it. I respect it because like it's very. I like stop motion. I like
Yeah.
I like stop motion, but it's like I just never really watched it growing up. So
Did Gumby ever win?
Gumby.
Gumby what?
You guys don't know what Gumby is?
Freak is Gumby.
That's my childhood right there.
I don't
What
know.
the frick is a
You don't know what
Gumby?
Gumby is. This is so sad.
How do you spell
You're talking about
Gumby?
stop motion.
What the hell?
What the heck is this? Gumby is a cartoon. Okay,
Well,
just tell
I recognize.
Gary, what
it.
is
He's a-
Gumby?
He's a. I have a mic.
I know.
He's a clay guy, and
Wait,
it's a
is
stop
he,
motion.
Is he in that freaking? They have like a Gumby looking thing in that Chip and Dale movie. The Chip and Dale.
I never saw the Chip and
That
Dale.
movie's actually really good.
Chip and Dale is really
and he
good.
has this horse as well.
And it's got a million animation references and it's done
Yeah.
really well. Weird. I've
anyways.
never even heard of this.
Gumby's like from the 90s
What
though,
the
so
freak?
Yeah.
what the heck? That ain't his face.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Anyway,
Anyways.
hopefully he won an award.
So there's animated films. I hope it goes to The Wild Robot. I would not be mad if it went to Inside Out 2. I have not seen the other ones.
But yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Animated short
We
film,
don't
who
care.
cares?
Cinematography. Dude, Dune Part 2 should run away with this award.
I agree.
Dune Part 2 is so cool.
Counter argument, Nosferatu, vampire penis. The cinematography.
I have not watched that movie.
Cinema, me neither. No, I agree. It should obviously be Dune Part 2. If nothing else, the Dune movies have just
They're just
look and
like
style.
at bare minimum, if you think the plot's boring, they're just technical marvels. They're incredible.
I agree.
So good, dude. I'll save more of my thoughts for in a little bit for Dune Part 2.
Yeah. Costume design, anything that stands out? I would say
No.
Dune again.
It didn't even get nominated.
No, but
Wicked
you know.
did for costume design. But
Yeah,
Wicked. I don't know.
I agree with Wicked because the
Wicked.
costumes are so freaking weird.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the whole time we watched it. They're all making fun of the witch because she's green. Freaking you are wearing a curly Q hat.
Bro?
Talking about the Munchkins.
Yeah,
dude,
but
they're
not even
freaking
just the
weird.
Munchkins. Like everybody in that movie is wearing the
It's
weirdest
giving
stuff.
me like the Capitol in Hunger Games, like the vibes of those people.
yeah,
I see.
yeah, and they're like, or they'll have some other thing, and they're like, ooh, green, and I'm like, bro, you're wearing a hat with a curly Q on it. You're wearing shoes.
Hey, if they're all
that
wearing
touch
it,
your
it's
knees.
not weird.
That's
Whack.
true.
Yeah.
Absolutely whack.
Absolutely whack. Directing.
Is this not for TV shows either?
Well, no,
No.
the Emmys are for TV shows.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking forward to.
What are you watching TV shows?
This is a really good one called This Is Us. I don't know.
Are you
I
kidding
I
me?
think I've heard of that.
Are you kidding? You watch This Is Us?
It is so good.
What
Did
is it
you
about?
watch it?
I know, dude. That's a chick's show.
No.
That is such a girl show.
What's
No,
it
no,
about?
no. So basically, it's about
What?
this. It has no romance in it. It has very little comedy. It's straight up just a heartfelt movie. I'll give you the rundown.
Yeah, give us more.
Basically, the whole movie is based off the three kids.
I thought it was a show.
It's a shoe. It's the same thing.
Shoe.
The whole film.
Shoe.
Off three kids. And then it starts off with them being young, and it's their parents raising them. And then when they're in like high school, their dad dies. And then it really just goes up from like them growing up. That's the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's really good.
I thought it was a show.
It's a show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. You're
I was
right.
also calling. I had Skylar watch the Harry Potter movies, and I called each movie an episode. And this episode,
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Did you get
That's
through
more
all of
correct.
them?
I feel like.
Skylar hasn't seen anything.
she watched every single Harry Potter
Did
movie.
she like them?
I think she did.
I mean, I feel like if she didn't like them, she would have quit by like 2 or 3.
I did. So it took me a while to get her to start watching 2,
Okay.
because we skipped 1 because she'd seen it. She said,
That's fair.
and so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna force you to watch 1 because 1's the worst.
Yeah, I think Harry Potter kind of progressively gets better.
Yeah,
That is true.
Aside, I
And-
don't know. 4 and 8 are my 2 favorites.
Eight's the best.
I've always loved 1 just because
Although-
nostalgia in the first.
I hate the first because he's a whiny baby.
I rewatched 1 recently, but it's called Harry Potter and the Deathly Weapons, and it's the entire first movie
With guns?
Yes, and they
Yeah.
swapped all the wands with
That's actually
with
funny.
That's
Glocks.
hilarious.
Well, I was
Hilarious.
looking for so in Josh's mom's house,
Yeah.
in the basement bathroom, it has a quote from Harry Potter,
Yes.
and I was like, it's not in the movies.
Mm.
And so right now I'm listening to the books. It's only in the books.
Mm.
I don't know if you knew that, but
Huh.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, that's crazy because the quote's really good. Like, why would they cut that out?
Yeah.
When are they adding Harry Potter to Fortnite?
Dude, right?
Well,
Harry
it's owned
Potter
by,
with a gun.
Harry Potter with a gun.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
Isn't that owned by what's WB?
Warner Brothers. I don't
Warner
know.
Brothers.
They've
That's
had
right.
other
J.K.
stuff.
Rowling has very strict control over the Harry Potter
That's true.
IP. So
That's true.
Good for her.
All right, Best Picture. We'll skip to Best Picture.
Yeah.
What do you think? I personally think it should go hands down to Madam Web.
Yes. Absolutely. I still haven't seen Madam Web.
Yeah, no, it is bad. It's just they tease you with a superhero film the whole time, and what you get is like a podcast about a woman just running around.
About a podcast from 3 random dudes from Utah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it is not. There's nothing in it. You can tell they ADR'd half of it. It is so bad. Anyways, Best Picture. What do you think?
Out of the nominees, it's I would definitely pick Dune Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. Wicked is also very good. I love Wicked. Although, like, I think mind-bending, like, Wild, The Substance is also very interesting. That movie's crazy.
Yeah.
Very cool movie.
I've never
I
seen
like-
The Substance.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
Garrett, have you seen none of these movies? What
I've
do you
seen
think
none of
should be the
those,
best
so I think Twister should win.
Twister should win. It's the only movie I saw in the last
Twister should
year.
win across the board.
Twisters.
I think that's the only movie I saw.
That's hilarious.
That's fair. But so I'm now kind of divulging from the Oscars.
Oh, I actually agree. We go to Dune Part 2. Although,
yeah.
I don't know why I wouldn't give it to Wicked.
I don't know. I don't know. Dune is just so cool.
I think I would give it to Wicked Part 2, but not Wicked 1.
Yeah, we'll see. So here you'll find this out. At least this is my opinion. Wicked Part 2.
Wicked Part 2?
Yeah.
There's a second one?
Yeah. The movie's only the first half.
I ain't watching it until the second one's out.
Second one's out in November.
All right, bet.
Bet.
But for Wicked, at least the second half of Wicked, I think the plot is better, but the music in Part 1 is better. Like Part 1 has better songs.
Have you seen it?
I've seen the play.
Oh.
I know how it ends.
I think
It ends with us.
this is a hot take that I said in film history class today. I think like 40%, and I don't even know if it's a hot take, but I think 40% of a movie's success is in the music, like in the score, in the songs, in the whatever.
I agree.
Like you can take a bad movie,
a mediocre movie with a great soundtrack.
Well, we were talking about Pirates of the Caribbean,
movie.
and I think if Pirates of the Caribbean had a forgettable soundtrack, it would have been a forgettable movie. Like it would have been fine. It would probably have a cult following, and it would be pretty good. But it would not be the hit that it is now if you didn't have da 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 da. Like it would not be the same.
Star Wars is the same because there's
I
a ton
agree.
of
So
other
is Indiana
sci-fi
Jones.
there's a ton of other sci-fi movies from that like era. Like if you've seen The Last Starfighter or the original Dune, that just didn't become as big as Star Wars.
Because it has a sucky soundtrack.
Yeah. As far as, but I would say like I would maintain for like as far as musicals go, I'm throwing my hat in the ring for this. The Greatest Showman, like if that's got a great soundtrack, but the movie is just not that good.
Yeah,
it's just an okay movie, but the soundtrack is so good, it's a good movie. Versus like what I think are good movies but have mediocre soundtracks, I like a lot less. Like,
I agree.
And you're gonna fight me on this, like La La Land, because I don't like any of the music.
I've never seen it, so I'm not fighting you.
Was it you who've seen it? Have you
I liked La La Land, but I don't love it.
It's like I like the plot a lot. I don't really like the music. So
I like
the movie that much.
The main song in that's pretty good. I don't really remember any of the other music, but
now one day when I'm making big movies and I am making 3 times more than all of you combined, I will be putting so much budget just into music, because that is, I think, what takes it. I think you can make a bad movie great with just the music. So yeah, that's my hot take. It's been good. Let's go to break. What?
Before we do, I just was randomly looking at our movie list.
Yeah.
Moana 2.
Oh no. You know I don't like to trash movies.
I haven't seen Moana 2 for a very specific reason.
Here's the deal,
and I know it's gonna suck based off of the way they made it.
Okay, that is true. It is partly.
I say this as I love Moana. I love
Moana 1 is fantastic. Moana 2 suffers in a lot of ways, and one of those, I think, even though it's because of the way the production, how it was supposed to be a show, but then it was adapted to be a movie, and you can tell because each scene is basically an episode. What I think, I guess this is very on topic, I think it is a good movie with a horrible soundtrack that doesn't help. It just, because what happens is, traditionally in musicals, right, you've got the situation, and then the logic is, when the emotion gets so much you can't say it anymore, you sing, and when the emotion gets so much you can't sing it, you dance. That's the thing, and each song forwards the plot. You think, this is huge in Hamilton, right? The whole play is what's going on. Les Mis is the same way because that has no speaking in it. But even things like Little Mermaid, right? Like, each song is telling you things about the world and the scene. The difference with Moana 2 is that a scene happens and then there's a music video about it. And you're not going forward, so you get bored because they're just like, it's not even that good of a song, and you're like, all right. The only decent song, they were all fine, but The only like good song was Maui's song that was supposed to be This Time's You're Welcome, and even then it was fine.
Yeah.
But it was so obviously just trying to be You're Welcome again. Oh, and also the best part about Moana 2 was whenever Moana and Maui are together, and that's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, there is not that much of it. Because the whole thing is them trying to get there.
Yeah.
So, like, the only good thing about it doesn't even last that long. And frankly, the side characters are kind of insufferable. I don't like them.
That's fair.
I think they're annoying. So it's like, it's just a bunch of little things that add up to be just a really snooze movie that is not as bad as Wish. It's not even the worst one to come out in the last 5 years. As much as I hate it, like, I was watching it and I was like, that's fine, because it's not Wish.
It's not Wish.
The only good thing about Wish is the goat. Goat was funny.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But alas.
Gary, you got anything to add? All right.
Go to break.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Let's go to
Oscar
break.
Movies. Snow Day.
All right, we will be
Movies and Snow Day.
right back. This episode of Hot Tub Talks is sponsored by Fossiled. Are you a fan of Utah Valley, the place, and a fan of the color green? Well, you can get a hat that says Utah Valley backwards in a nice shade of green. Are you a fan of Brigham Young, the man, the historical man, and a fan of the color blue? Well, you can get a hat that says Brigham Young backwards in a nice shade of blue. These hats are made by students for students at starving student prices. So if you're interested in picking up your own, click the link below. Thank you for Fossiled for sponsoring this episode.
I have the stupid progressive snapshot, which tracks my driving.
Why?
Because it's supposed to save you money.
But it's tracking your driving.
Yeah, but if I drive good, my
Yeah, as insurance
goes down.
I know, but I guess I just like to.
So how much?
I have like, according to the thing, I'm a 3 out of 5 star driver,
That's mid.
and I've never seen anyone above that. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it exists. Says I saved $27 on my next payment
A month or just overall?
a month. Like,
wow.
I saved $27 a month.
That's a decent amount.
That is
Yeah, and
decent.
so I'm like sick. So I got this app, like, that helps me budget and shows me where I spent all my money.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like, your insurance went up $37.
What?
And I was like, so basically they scam you.
Yeah.
They're like, it would have gone up $50, but you saved $20.
Oh, because it's going up because they were tracking.
Because it's because it's a new year.
Oh, what the hell?
Like, that's like February is my new year for
Really?
my.
Interesting.
Your insurance
Like,
goes
what?
up every year?
Yeah, no, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to go down
Oh, what the heck?
with the snapshot. But
F that.
well, they
But
don't.
yours
They
goes
don't.
up
Like
slightly
they
different.
didn't
mine
say
stays
that.
the same because
Well, insurance goes up
Yeah.
all the time. Usually, like every 5 years, you get new insurance.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I don't have an accident on my record, so
Well, I don't either, but
Not on my record.
F that.
Well, speaking of driving, it has been a snowy day today.
Very snowy.
Wade, how did it go for you?
Oh. So it's like right before noon. I'm at work. We're looking out the window because I'm on the 6th floor of a big office building in Sandy. So like you could see almost the entire Salt Lake County from my office.
Yeah.
We see like the snow slowly start and then just boom, like it's coming down.
Yeah.
Crazy snowstorm today. And my boss was like, do you want to go home now or do you want to stick it out? I was like, and I'm like I'm looking out the window. I'm like, eh. He's like, wait, you're down in Provo, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yes, go home. Go. I don't care how long it takes.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Just
Good
clock into
boss.
lunch right now and we'll cover you. We'll figure it out. He's like, just let me know when you're back and log back on because I can work from home anyway. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. This might take like an hour. It usually takes me like half an hour to get to work. I'm like, oh, bad snowstorm. get on the freeway, it'll just go slow. The freeway is freaking gridlocked. I checked the map before I get on. There's 3 separate accidents between work and my home, and I was like, I'm not going to take the freeway.
Yeah, brutal.
I decide to go up through Draper because the map said it would be faster, but my mistake was I decided to go like up over this mountain. As I'm getting, this isn't no hill. This is a big going up through over the mountain in Draper, over the point of the mountain, down into Alpine. I've got my car in sport mode, so it's like the manual gear shifting. I'm in first gear, trudging up this hill, and it stops. Like I'm just tire spinning. There's like 3 cars in front of me, like all fishtailing too, and I was like, I can't go any higher. And then while I'm doing that too, my tire pressure thing turns off, or like goes off, saying like I've got low tire pressure. So I was like, I don't think I can pull over anywhere to check it. I don't think I can. There's a lot of things I don't know if I can do right now. And so I decide, okay, business decision. I just flip around and go back down that mountain. I'm going to go around it, which was going to take longer, which is why I didn't do it. But I was like, okay, I don't care. This is not a timely issue anymore. This is a survival issue.
Yeah.
Time to survive this trip.
Yeah.
I go down.
Me and my boy, my car.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, one of my buddies, he calls me while he's driving. He's like, "Dog, I'm on the freeway. Did you get on the freeway too?" Yeah. We ended up chatting for like over an hour, just kind of talking to each other, just to get our minds off of. We were almost dying at every turn. Yeah. Because there's no visibility. Neither one of us have very like beefy cars, so we're just woo all over the road. Cars in front of us are fishtailing out. I eventually like get moving. I'm glad I took like the frontage road around, parallel to the freeway around the mountain, because it actually moved at a decent pace, and it was shielded from a lot of the snowstorm because the wind was coming westward. So the mountain just kind of blocked it, so the road didn't get as covered. It still took me 3 hours to get home.
That is insane.
I don't live that far from my office.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had to take multiple back roads, like had to go really slow. I was in manual the whole time. I get home and can't even pull up in my driveway because it's at such an angle. I just have to like line it up and then floor it into my garage.
Yeah. You showed me the video of that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. Eventually, I get home. I'm safe. I finish working for the last few hours, and I immediately run to Walmart next to my house, and I buy a shovel and shovel my driveway. And then I put new air in my tires because they were all low. Fortunately, I didn't have a flat. I'm glad I didn't end up checking. I was like, if I have a flat, I'm cooked. I'm making it home. Yeah. There's no way I can put a spare on right now.
Yeah. It's cold, man.
Well, it's cold, and my spare is not a full size spare, so like I would be screwed.
Yeah. That's true.
Horrible experience. I'm thankful to be alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
the roads
legit.
are not good.
There's and mind you, I'm like. I called my dad, and he's like on BYU's campus for some work thing, like work presentation he was doing to some students. And he was like, yeah, I just checked UDOT, and there's like 15 accidents between now and his house. So he was like, it's at the time while it was still snowing, he's like, I may just stay at your place tonight. Yeah. He didn't end up. He's heading home now, so it's cleared up quite a bit, so we're fine now.
That's insane.
It was miserable.
Yeah, you drive for work, right?
So I drive all over Provo.
Yeah, so tell us how.
So I can drive up to South Jordan. If I had to do that today, I would say I'm not working today. No, I just drive all day Provo. Provo didn't get as bad. It just snowed a lot, but it was really wasn't slippery.
That bad from here to. Yeah.
I mean,
it was just slippery. So, it started around noon, and I just start sliding. Nothing like I'm not sliding all over the road, but I'm just sliding around. It's a little spooky.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about how a month ago I started sliding. I told Wade this for sure. I don't know if I told Garrett.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. I was driving to Cedar City, right? And it has been a dry frickin' winter. Nothing has happened until the one day I have to drive 3 hours, and it snows. Not even that much. But the first hour of my drive was pretty icy. Like it was dangerous. You know, it would be classifiably dangerous on the road. So I'm taking it slow. It's fine. Whatever. So I get to about an hour out, and I realize it starts to kind of clear up, right? So finally I'm able to get going to like 50 to 60, which is still like 20 miles under the speed limit, but like I'm speeding up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I speed up too much too early because I'm in the middle of nowhere now, right? Because I'm going down Cedar City, and the wind pushes my car kind of into the other lane. So it like starts to push, and I just kind of naturally go into the other lane, and I just kind of go back, like really chill, right? Well, that motion of going into the other lane and then going back started, like my wheels started to slip, and it started like a pendulum, and I just went woo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And luckily, that morning, I had taken my Mustang out to do donuts in a church parking lot because it was the first time I could do that, and I did. So as I start going, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing here, right? Like, I got this. It's fine.
And you just started doing donuts in the middle of the freeway.
Exactly. Well, luckily, there's no one around me because I almost got horizontal. At least it felt that way. And what's funny is I'm wearing a shirt of it right now. I was listening to like this tech podcast, the Waveform podcast. So as I'm going, like, you know, as I'm starting to fishtail, they're like...
The difference between Android 3.0 and 4.0.
But we're so mature now.
So I finally get to this point where I'm like, okay, I'm either going to spin out, spin around, and lose control entirely. Maybe even flip over, I don't know. Or I can floor it off the road. So that's what I decided to do, is as soon as I got to this angle, I floored it and went, and I just shot off-roading like, ah!
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to have a huge new version number every year.
Yeah.
But they're so, like, they just do
Well,
it.
you do
time.
because are they promising years of security upgrades?
So they could go 7 years and it can only be 2 version numbers, and that'd be fine.
Into the dirt. Even though I wasn't going to hit anything. It was really weird. So then I'd like sit there for a second, realize I'm alive, and the car is fine, because I didn't hit anything. It was just rough, and it wasn't even like, it can get kind of dippy over there.
It wasn't even
It was just flat. Luckily, if this were to happen anywhere else, like there are parts where I would have hit the side, or, you know, like there are parts where this could have been bad. But here, I just ran off the road, looked back, got back on the road, and made it the rest of the way, driving a little slower. It was weirdly terrifying considering how little danger I was in. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it was a very event, you know, like it felt weird. And also like, it was just probably the least control I've had of a vehicle ever. But like in the end, unless there were other cars around, which there wasn't, I mean, I was just going to go off the road, which was fine. You know, like I wasn't ever really in any danger, but that was insane.
Yeah.
It was so warm last week. What happened?
We got in
I'm
the
so
60s.
mad. I had the top down.
Damn
my car.
groundhog.
Yeah. What a hoe.
It's his fault.
He's
Well,
a
of course he's
freaking
gonna
hoe.
see his shadow when they're shining lights on him.
Like, bro, why would you do that?
Why did you make a shadow so big?
I did do a 360 on the freeway once.
Whoa, no way.
In my Mustang.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 1 a.m. It just snowed.
How old were you? Like, this was back in high school?
16. Yeah, 7. I was
Dang.
probably 17. I'm just driving home on the freeway. I'm going like 1 mile an hour, and I just start spinning out. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that good of a driver back then,
Right.
so I don't know what to do. So I do start to correct
Don't
myself.
Turn into it, yeah.
Yeah, I do start to
Yeah.
correct myself. Obviously, it overcorrects, and then it just goes like this. And eventually, I started facing the other way for a while, and I was like,
Sorry.
luckily nobody's out on the
Yeah.
roads. And then I just slowly turning back around, and I keep going.
That's insane.
It was probably the scariest experience.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I
That
don't-
rear wheel drive, man. Because that happened to me today.
It's
Not
horrible.
like on here, but
When I was
Go
a kid,
straight.
yeah.
when we lived in Saratoga Springs, we hit some black ice and rolled our car.
Dang,
That's crazy.
Like, it just went.
that is crazy.
We were like just driving, and then it hit, and we just kind of spun and landed like that.
Mm.
But like, it didn't like roll multiple times; it more just kind of tipped over.
Yeah.
And then, as a kid, I was freaking out. But as an adult,
And now he
like,
takes me to monster trucks and is like,
Yeah, I was going to monster trucks at that age too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, so that happened to me today because the whole drive home was like fine and whatever. But then I get to my neighborhood, which of course isn't plowed at all, and I even parked just fine. And I thought, sometimes they like to take the plows through here, and you'll get fined if you're on the road. So I don't know if like that's a thing here or whatever. Yeah. So I decided to park somewhere else. So I took, like, I tried to back up just to go into the driveway, and maybe I don't know. Either way, I tried to spin the tires, and I just went like.
Yeah, you just
like I wasn't even moving forward. I was moving like sideways away from it. It was real weird. And I couldn't really line up to the driveway until finally I did. Then I get on here and I tried to floor it, and I just got stuck on the driveway, and ended up having to like ramrod it like Wade did. So the spinning there got bad, and I found out that the green light is trying to ruin all the fun of my car.
The green light?
The green light with the spinning tire.
Yeah. Is traction control.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to stick so much weight in the trunk.
Yeah.
Of my Mustang just to try to weigh it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Speaking of Mustangs, I was in my new car, not my car now, but in between my Mustang. I don't know where I was driving home from.
Mm-hmm.
And as it's super snowy, there's this super nice, probably 2015 to 2018 Mustang GT in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to someone, and I'm like, this is rough out here. Like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then I just see the Mustang in front of me go, and we're in the fast lane, and he just goes, and then just smashes into the barrier.
Oh no!
And I was like, and I just drove. I'm like, and I saw them all get out, so I know they're fine. Yeah. And it didn't smash hard. It smashed the car pretty bad.
You should have stopped and checked on them.
You think I can stop?
I'm
going 60 miles an hour.
I've witnessed some car accidents recently, and they freak me out.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't snowing, I would have stopped. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh,
because I was sliding, and I wasn't in a Mustang or anything.
That's like the day I bought my motorcycle, and I was picking it up from the guy I bought it from.
I remember you telling me this.
I was driving home because the plan was I got the bike. The dude lived in like Saratoga Springs, and so I was just riding. I was too scared to ride it on the freeway because I was still a less experienced rider. I ride it all the way home, and literally in Orem on State Street, like just to my left, I witnessed like someone rear-end another car, like right next to me, and I'm like,
you're like, hey yo,
yeah.
Yeah, I
was so scared. Mostly because, like, the bike, I'm like, it's not even registered in my name. It's not even insured yet.
Yeah.
I just have to get it home.
Yeah, that's good. I think I told Wade this, but I don't know if I told Josh. I was driving home, or I don't know where I was driving. I was with Skylar. And we're driving, and I look over, and I see Wade's bike, and it's on the ground. On the middle of the road.
You need to tell me.
And I'm like,
remember both of you calling me about
I'm like,
yeah. Like, are you dead?
Hey, yo. So I called Wade, and I was like, are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm home, or whatever. I was like, I just saw your bike on the road. It's all destroyed, and someone's probably
and
dead.
There was no Wade.
No person.
So a similar thing happened. I was, like, at a family dinner with my aunt and uncle, and then I get there, and my uncle is like, oh, thank goodness you're alive. Like, because I got there, and for some reason, he wasn't even home. It's his house.
Yeah.
I mean, have you met Josh?
Hey, come on, man.
And so we, he's like, oh, thank goodness you're alive. I'm like, what? He's like, sorry, we were just, like, on the freeway, and I passed a motorcyclist, like, that had crashed, and there was an ambulance there, and he was just laying on the ground, but he had your build, but he was wearing a helmet, and I didn't see the bike, and so I was
we know you don't wear a helmet. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Whoa.
No, yeah.
You can accuse me of a lot of things. I'm a Harley rider, so I'm gay. But I wear a damn helmet. The reason I wear a helmet is to stop me from kissing my homies while we're at stoplights.
Yeah, it's true. That's why I drive the car, is to stay away from them.
That's the only reason motorcyclists wear helmets.
Yeah.
So we don't kiss each other.
Yeah. Well, anyways, hopefully we don't find you on the road
right
now. Anyways. All right. That was embarrassing. You know what else is embarrassing?
You don't want me to answer that question.
The fact that we said the Chiefs would win last week.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about comments right after this break. Yeah. Shut up. We got 30 seconds.
Shut up.
This episode of Hot Tub Talks is sponsored by Pine Lens Productions. Do you have a great business idea, but you're not sure how to break into the social media market? Well, Pine Lens Productions is the company for you. They've helped all kinds of businesses from all across the state of Utah help break into the online market, and they can help you. From editing to animation to ideas to publishing, they're the company that will help you get from zero to hero. Check their Instagram out in the link below. Thanks to Pine Lens Productions for producing and sponsoring this episode.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Garrett farted on the break.
That was false.
Dude, it felt like the ending scene of Rogue One where all the rebels are like on the door like, help!
Yeah.
Help!
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Wade, we're in
Vader's-
this tiny office that builds heat like none other. And Wade over here just lets it
Turns it
rip.
into a sauna.
It's
You know
like
that episode
it's
of
like being
SpongeBob?
stuck on an elevator with someone that just lets
You know
it
that
rip.
episode of SpongeBob where he's like, "You want to see me run to the mountain back? You want to see me do it again?"
No!
I'm kidding.
I was about to throw hands.
Where the heck
I've
is
never
my
seen
photos?
this room empty as quick as it did. That was
Because it's hard to get out of.
yeah. I'm
What's
like,
funny
this might
is,
be a
like-
fire hazard.
yeah,
It
yeah.
probably is, but it'll be Pineland's problem.
Yeah, I'll have to pay like workers' comp. We don't make money
Wait,
here.
you guys are getting paid?
Hey.
I am. We are going over comments and just a recap on last week,
Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl. Our predictions could not have been more wrong.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say
brutal.
I have a couple topics about it. They're very brief though.
Yeah.
Mostly Super Bowl retrospective, like just Super Bowl MVP. Good on Jalen Hurts. Like,
Good on
I'm
Jalen
not
Hurts.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
I don't really think it was as embarrassing because I don't think anyone could have.
Yeah, dude, the Eagles were just so like we forget the NFC Championship game. They ripped apart the Commanders like just
That is true.
one game prior to get to the Super Bowl. So like,
That is
wow,
true.
I didn't see it coming.
That is true.
Bad predictions. Like I wasn't like. Yeah, I thought the Eagles could win. Like they're a good team. Like
I
the
did think
Chiefs-
the Eagles could
I
win
didn't,
too.
I didn't
yeah.
think the Chiefs were like invulnerable, but I didn't think they'd get torn apart like this.
Me
So,
neither. It
wow.
was so bad. And to the point where I think the game was a little boring. Like
I know it's
there's just
it's kind
nothing
of a
really
shame.
happens. They totally shut him down. It
Like,
wasn't-
don't get me wrong. I wanted the Eagles to win.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be a shootout though.
yeah.
I wanted them to score 0 points. After I saw that
would've
there
That's
was
true.
hope of
Once it's a
that.
blowout, it's like let's make this a historic blowout, not
Yeah.
just like garbage time points. I don't like that.
Yeah. I guess the only other question is like, will the Chiefs be back, or will both of these teams be back? I think the Eagles.
I think the Eagles,
Eagles
have
will
a high
be
chance
back.
at coming back. I think
Yeah.
the Chiefs are going to fall off this year.
Really?
I wonder if I mean this is gonna be so early, but Eagles three-peat.
No. What is wrong with you?
Because
No.
look,
it's never happened.
they were great this year. What if they make it back next year and it only takes one more year
Gosh. I
to
don't
get into
think
the
you
same
understand
situation
how
we're in now?
impossible it is to three-peat.
I'm just saying it'll happen in
I
our
don't think
lifetimes.
they're going to win 2 in a row.
No, I don't know. I think they'll be back.
I think they
don't
have. I think they have a chance. I don't think they're going to
They'll
the
be
Super
back.
Bowl though.
They'll be
That's
back in
fair.
the playoffs. I don't know if they repeat though. I think the Chiefs and I think it more stems back from. I think there's only like 3 real teams in the AFC, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And they're the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. But the Ravens and Bengals kind of take turns being good, like
Right.
being the better team because they're in the same division. So like they take turns almost every other year. It seems like where, oh, just kidding, I'm good, or oh, just kidding, I'm good. So we'll see. We'll see.
Can you guys believe Jalen Hurts was benched in college
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Crazy.
Tua?
Yeah, that's so funny.
He got benched for Tua
Tua, bro.
at Alabama, and then he switched to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was crazy.
So we were wrong. Roast us in the comments.
Yeah, we were so wrong.
I
we
think
were so
everyone was
wrong.
wrong, unless you're a diehard Eagles fan.
Yeah.
You were
didn't,
wrong.
I'm not surprised they won, but
Yeah, like again,
That's
I'm not
cool.
even. I am sad the Chiefs lost. I wanted the Chiefs to win, but like it was embarrassing.
it's not that the Eagles played so good. It's how bad the Chiefs.
Yeah, 100%.
The Chiefs' offense was like.
they
I'm
looked like
holy
they
crap.
looked horrible.
They looked like they hadn't prepared for this game at all.
Yeah, I think the dynasty is over. There's no return from this.
We'll see. There's some
embarrassing.
eerie similarities because Tom Brady started 3-2 in his first 5 Super Bowls. Mahomes now 3-2 in his first 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Brady, after winning his first 3 rings, didn't win another for another decade. So,
Right.
but then he came back and won 4 more.
Yeah.
So
I think he's fallen off.
we'll see.
Patrick Mahomes is
I don't know. I think the Chiefs will be back in the Super Bowl. I don't know, but they're dominating.
Yeah. I think they'll be the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna like fall off like the Niners, but
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, here we get to comments. Now we do have, if you want to leave a comment, you can on Spotify or on YouTube or on many things. But we also have the shorts that we do, and they are tons of fun. I mean, they're just taken from this podcast. You've listened to all the shorts so far, if you've gotten this far in the podcast. But people leave comments on our shorts, and they're kind of funny. So here we have one from Skylar.
we're talking about gambling.
We were talking about gambling, and she says, "Shh, don't tell my secrets."
Because she's an avid gambler.
Yeah, she's an
In the
advent
arcade.
calendar.
She's a gambling addict.
She's an advent calendar.
Yeah, she's
Sorry,
an advent
Skylar.
calendar. Yeah, we exposed you. It's my bad.
I am also. I lost. Like I told you guys, I was playing poker last night. Quickest $3, just boom. Like I lost $3.
What were they playing? Like chip wise?
Four 25 cents, 2 50-cent, and $1. So then buy-in was 3. Now you could butt in as much, but is it 3s?
Fat
Oh,
bro.
that's not too bad.
No,
Buy-in was 3 per game.
no, not 3 per game, but like
Just
3
to get into
to
playing.
get into playing.
Okay.
Mm.
And it was at like if you want to play again, it's like 3, or if you want to buy another
What
set.
were you
it's
guys
3.
playing? Actual?
We were playing Texas
Poker?
Hold'em. Yeah.
Yeah, that game not that fun when you lose money.
Especially like again, Red Dog. I'm used to so much money and exponential, and this is like a lot less money, but it could get bigger. And the group was huge, so it was like,
Well,
Yeah.
the difference is Red Dog's easy.
yeah,
Red Dog's got a very low learning curve.
that's true.
The Texas
but
Hold'em,
it
you
is
have to know a
fun.
lot to actually be
Yeah.
good.
So, anyways, it's okay. We're all a little bit of a gambling addict. Next up, we've got Super Bowl controversy incoming. This one, they said Eagles made it impossible for the refs to even help them. That was Kais. Senator Poopstain says refs can't have that much say in a game when you blow their doors off. And Austin Robbie. Oh, this is when I was saying that if the Mahomes win or the Chiefs win, that it'll be refs, whatever. Austin Robbie 23 says, random statement, but there was going to be riots in Philly no matter what the outcome of the
Yeah,
game.
he's right.
Yeah, we
True.
knew that.
Yeah,
though.
we knew that. Here's the thing. The refs were on the Eagles side. There was multiple pretty bad calls, like the
Yeah.
against the Chiefs, like the personal foul. There was a hands to the face on Patrick Mahomes that where he got. I think it was the one where he fumbled or threw a pick. One of the two.
Yeah.
But it was a hands to the face that should have been overturned. That call. Chiefs first down. Still nothing. So no one's talking about the refs when the Chiefs lose, but like
That's true. I
refs-
do agree.
I'm not saying they lost the game because of the refs.
But I was
No,
gonna say
there was
there
multiple bad
those
calls
plays.
against
Even if they didn't end in scores, the Eagles would have won.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So that might be why they're not talking
But
about
who
it
knows?
because it
Yeah.
was just
It wouldn't have mattered. I
Yeah.
mean, it would have, but
the score might have not been so bad, but they would have won regardless.
yeah.
And I still maintain if the NFL was rigged, they would have rigged it for a team like the Cowboys. Like they're not going to pick a small market team like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the Cowboys make the most money out of any team in the NFL. Why wouldn't they be good?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. True.
that's why it will never make sense to me.
True. So here's another comment. This is on when you were saying that the new rivalry is the Chiefs and the Bills. Chiefs and the Bills. And this guy says a rivalry is when both teams win. Bills and Chiefs is so one-sided.
They've both won an equal amount of games. In fact, actually, Patrick
against
Mahomes
each other?
against each other.
Really?
It's because the Bills always win the regular season matchup and then they lose in the playoffs. So you are wrong, Grumple Stank. I think now the Chiefs have a slight edge from this year's win, but Patrick Mahomes is 5-4 against the Bills in his career.
Really?
Like almost dead even.
Even Josh Allen?
Yeah, against Josh Allen's Bills.
Oh, really?
He is. So that's why, and let's be honest, like look at the Patriots and Colts. Like if you think the Patriots and Colts was a rivalry between Manning and Brady, it's a very similar thing. Manning would win in the regular season a lot and then get smoked in the playoffs. Like it happened all the damn time.
Yeah.
So not one-sided.
All right, here we got Hockey Club was robbed. Utah Hockey Club was robbed on their name. This one we talked about off the podcast. TikToker says this is the best. This is like saying, so this is about Yeti's not being able to name it because of the Yeti coolers, Utah Yeti hockey team. This guy says this is like saying Apple benefits from the Applebee's commercials, and this is just dumb.
I don't. I'm gonna preface this with I can interpret this comment in like 3 different ways. because I think is he like criticizing our opinion on it, or criticizing our, or either the way we presented it, or is he criticizing the ruling? Because then if he's criticizing the trademark office,
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think that might be what he's saying.
That's true. If he's
Because
criticizing
I agree with you there. Like,
Yeah.
if you're criticizing the trademark, like saying that Apple benefits from Applebee's commercials, I agree with you because it doesn't make any sense. Like Yeti coolers,
yeah.
like how much are they gonna benefit from Utah Yeti, or how much is that gonna detract? Like,
Yeah.
no.
On the other hand, if you're criticizing our opinion on it, this is like saying that Applebee's could pair with Apple and make an Applebee's. That's just weird because they're in completely different markets. Whereas Yeti and Utah Hockey Club are in similar spheres, and it seems like an obvious thing.
I don't think they're not even in similar spheres.
No, well, I wouldn't say similar,
I-
like the target demographic is going to overlap a little bit.
Well, yeah, you have like
Yeah.
tailgate parties,
Yeah,
sports,
exactly.
sports, and
Exactly,
like
sports and coolers
and
and
cups and
like I could see it
bottles.
happening. Whereas
Yeah, that-
Apple and Applebee's, like
those
that doesn't
are
make any sense.
completely
Versus
different.
like, but like I've never heard anyone refer to Yeti coolers as just Yeti. Oh, let me go get my Yeti. Like, no, it's let me go get my Yeti cup, or let me go get my Yeti cooler.
Or my cooler.
Yeah.
Just like my cooler.
Or my cooler. Like,
yeah.
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
true.
And we weren't
But-
saying that they would, but they would benefit from it. We were saying they could benefit by doing partnerships.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Not
I
the-
don't know why I think Yeti coolers could have been like, yeah, we'll let you give us the naming rights, but like let us sponsor you guys, but not pay any fees,
Yeah.
or like sponsor you for extreme discount, because all these brands sponsor their local sports teams and they have to pay a fortune for it. But
It'd be really funny if the Yetis ended up getting, or the Mammoth or the Utah Hockey Club ends up getting the sponsorship anyways from Yeti.
that would be
And it would be
funny.
theirs is Yeti. Utah Hockey Club would have been Yetis. The Yetis.
No, it was just Utah Yeti.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds
because
dumb.
Yeti's already plural.
Oh, it sounds dumb. Regardless,
I think we should be
the Yetis.
The mooses,
the cactuses.
the cactus.
So you're gonna say, look at those Yeti?
Yeah, look at
No, that
those
sounds
Yeti.
dumb.
Nah, I don't know.
All right, next comment. Now we have 4. Utah needs a football team.
Didn't we already talk about this?
No, there's actually a new one.
The-
This is the one I wanted to talk about from why.
Oh.
I don't want one. It'll take away from Utah and BYU football.
No, it
What do
won't.
you
I
think?
don't think so, because
Those are different targets.
look at University of Michigan. You know how popular that school is. The Detroit Lions don't take anything away from that team.
They actually add to it. Just kidding. I don't know.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think it's
That's
like
fair.
I don't think it's indicative.
How would it take
of-
away? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
like you have the same market. I don't think, because I don't think NFL detracts from college and vice versa, because they're played on different days.
That's true.
Like Saturdays are for college, Sundays are for the NFL. It works out perfectly. Like look at every other team. Every other rivalry that's bigger than the Holy War, than Utah and BYU, usually has some kind of NFL team in the market, and it doesn't detract from them.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think bigger rivalries in the Holy War. There's quite a few, but like a lot of the SEC rivalries, like there's plenty of NFL teams in the South. Ohio State and Michigan, like Ohio has the Bengals, Browns, and Michigan has the Lions. Like those aren't detracting from that rivalry at all.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll detract from it.
That's fair. And there is something to say
All
about.
it'll do is wipe Utah State off the map, because if they haven't already.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing is, competition's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
Second league, like competition means that both games will improve.
Yeah.
And so it's not necessarily bad to take customers from another thing, because that just means they have to compete. And now you have better college football because they're competing with NFL, if they're even in the same market, right? So yeah. Then we got the final comment. This is on this is our only YouTube comment from Craig B4121. Says cringly, not funny.
Yeah, cringly.
He means cringy, but he spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
What is he talking
Yeah,
about?
that's kind of cringe, bro.
See?
Which is funny because I got some feedback saying that they're like, why are the episodes shorter? Make them longer again.
That's
and I
fine.
was like,
No.
no.
Because you weren't the ones recording them.
Yeah, you aren't the ones recording.
You weren't
Or
sitting in
editing.
a room with these bozos for 3 hours.
Yeah, our old season 1, old hot tub talk. What are we gonna refer to old hot tub talks? Just season 1. Or
What's
kids-
it? I mean, yeah, it is technically season 1 on Spotify,
Yeah,
but the old tub.
the old tub.
Yeah.
We have moved.
We have moved up and moved on in the world.
Except for now, we don't have a hot tub where we currently record.
That's true.
No, season 1, hour and a half plus long videos. Pain in the butt.
We were filming for at least 2 hours.
2 to 3 hours every time.
And then if
hours
we
at a
did 2
time.
episodes,
Oh,
like
We did do that
if
one
we were going to
time.
miss a week, that
It
was
like
6 hours.
Yeah.
Of that's a whole. That's a job.
I can't see this guy that long.
No.
No. What, you think we're friends outside the podcast?
Yeah, I don't hang out with these
No,
guys.
Who- I
we're
don't-
coworkers.
we're like, do you want to start our podcast? Like, I just saw him at like a business venture.
Yeah.
It was really a networking.
I saw him
event.
crash his car in front of me.
And I was like, look,
I was like,
man,
hey,
I
that bozo
can't.
just went off the road.
Yeah, maybe I
was
should start a podcast
I
with
was
that
like,
guy.
Garrett, I'm sorry, I can't, I don't have insurance. I can't pay your car, but we could start a podcast, make some revenue that way to fix your car.
So far, I've made $0. So you guys are doing great.
Yeah. So those are our comments, but comments on shorts are dumb because they only see 10 seconds of us. You listen to us for at least an hour. So because of that, you should leave relationship advice comments down in the comments
it's almost
because that is what's fun to
Valentine's
talk about. And it is Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Valentine's Day.
Thank you all for listening. This has been an amazing podcast. Thank you for liking all the places that this is. And thank you for sharing. That is the way this grows, is if you share it with other people and you say, well, you know what? These are the dumb idiots I listen to for an
Yeah, 'cause
hour. You
Garrett
should
doesn't
listen
share.
to them too.
So you guys need to share.
Yeah, you guys should share the podcast with your friends, with your family, with your lovers, with your haters.
Wait a minute.
What?
Who did you gesture to there? I was looking at Legos.
Anyways, with your lovers and with your haters, we will see you next time. This podcast has been produced by Pinelands Productions, and we'll see you
Sponsored
next time.
by Fossil. Bye-bye.
Bye.